Hello there, gamers and Monster Jam enjoyers. Dupe Goop here. I am here with a new podcast series in which I give a technical analysis of drivers during the 2013 Monster Jam season. I will tell you the order in which we are going. I will be doing the independents first, all of them, in 2013. Oh my god. Then I will be getting to the Monster Jam drivers. So let's get right to it. As you probably know now by the first video in this series, it's going to be about Greg Winchenbach, driver of the Monster Lobster Crustacean Monster Truck. He would start off his 2013 Monster Jam season in the Verizon Wireless Center in Manchester, New Hampshire. He would have stiff competition as he would only get one win in the wheelie competition the first show, and in the donut competition the third show that weekend. Next, he was off to Ford Field in Detroit, which I believe to be his first ever Monster Jam Stadium show. Unfortunately, he would not go with any wins that weekend, sadly. The next show he would be at was Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Greg would get freestyle the first show, and wheelie wins on the second and third show. Next, he would travel to Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. He would not be able to pick up a win at this show, sadly. Next, in Charlton, Wyoming, it would be more fruitful to him. Speaking of, he would take the wheelies and freestyle win of night 1. Greg would win the wheelies and racing of night 2. He would also take the wheelies win of night 3 and would go winless on night 4 due to mechanical issues. He was also scheduled to do Hartford, Connecticut at the XL Center, but due to the weather, most of the shows were canceled except for one in which Greg won nothing. He would next go to the DCU Center in Worcester, Massachusetts. He would take the wheelies on the third night of competition, and nothing for the rest of the shows. Next up would be the Dunkin' Donuts Center in Providence, Rhode Island. He would take the wheelies and freestyle win on night 1. He would also take the racing and freestyle win on night 2, and the wheelies win on night 4. His next stop would be at the First Mariner Center in Baltimore, Maryland, where he would take the wheelies win on show 2, and none for the rest of the shows. His next stop would be the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York. Greg would not be able to take a win there, as it was his second stadium appearance. This was a special year for Greg, as he was invited to Las Vegas, Nevada to compete in the Young Gun Shootout. He certainly wasn't a young gun, but he was all good quarter 2, if not just a bit inconsistent. He would take out Taran Lasky in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian the first round, but would be defeated by Morgan Kane in Iron Man. He would continue to compete in quarter 2 after this. First in, Cincinnati, Ohio in the U.S. Bank Arena. He would not be able to take the W in Cincinnati. He would next go to Bangor, Maine, in his home state. He really wanted to do good for his home state crowd in Speedway 95. He would take Show 1's racing, Show 2 and 4's freestyle. Next, he would go to Stafford Springs, Connecticut, and to the Stafford Motor Speedway. Greg would only take the wheelies win on night 1. His final show would be in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at the Wells Fargo Center. Greg would end it off on a high note and sweep all 4 wheelie competitions. He would be close to all night with the best in the world. And with that, folks, I'm going to say that he had a successful season. He would appear at 15 weekends on the Monster Jam circuit, 3 of those being stadiums, 10 for arenas, and going to 2 speedways. He would rack up 25 wins, 13 of those being in the wheelie competition, 4 in racing, 1 in donuts, and 7 in freestyle. Solid throughout the season, and a good way to start off this list. Thank you for watching. Greg Winchenbach, the Wheelie Machine.